Have you noticed something strange about recent alien movies and shows? Not that aliens are arriving, but that they're already woven into everything, shaping things from the edges. And in the real world, that feels familiar. With powerful countries, the question isn't really do they abuse power? It's how far do they push it before people finally say that's enough. It starts to feel like these movies are using aliens as a tool, a way to show what creeping control looks like without directly saying it. Aliens become a stand-in for systems that get bigger than people, rules that tighten quietly, and leaders who get used to deciding everything. So the fear isn't what if powerful beings show up? It's what happens if we wait too long to stand up to power, especially when it doesn't look like a threat yet. That's why modern alien stories feel different. They're not teaching us how to fight monsters. They're teaching us how to notice control before it becomes normal. I hope I haven't alienated the audience yet, no pun intended. But today I want to talk about 3 projects that all hit this idea from totally different angles. Pluribus, Bugonia, and Disclosure Day. Same theme, very different vibes, but the same message. Let's start with Pluribus. It frames aliens as perfect unity. This one's probably the most unsettling, because there's no invasion, no ships, no violence. Instead, humanity is quietly absorbed into a collective intelligence. People become calm, cooperative, happy. No war, no conflict, no ego. Sounds great, right? Except individuality disappears. A tiny group of people, just a handful, don't join the collective, and suddenly they are the problem. Not because they're dangerous, but because they're different. In Pluribus, aliens aren't monsters. They're a solution, and that's what makes it scary. The question isn't, will aliens kill us? It's, if aliens could fix humanity, should they? Next, Bugonia. And in Bugonia, it's framed as aliens are paranoia, which is basically the opposite tone of Pluribus. This one is satirical, awkward, and kinda uncomfortable on purpose. Instead of aliens actually showing up, the story focuses on people who think aliens are already among us. CEOs, elites, powerful figures. The idea that something inhuman is pulling the strings. Whether the alien theory is true almost doesn't matter, because Bugonia isn't about aliens, it's about distrust. Who do we believe? Why are we so ready to assume someone powerful isn't human? And what does that say about our politics, our media, and our conspiracies? Here, aliens aren't a cosmic threat, they're a psychological one. Last but not least, Disclosure Day, which frames aliens as the truth. This one asks the biggest, quietest question of all. What happens when the truth finally comes out? No explosions, no invasion, just a moment where the world learns, yes, they exist, and they always have. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be about aliens. Even if they show us aliens, it doesn't mean they mean aliens, if you know what I mean. It's about reality breaking. How do governments react? How do religions react? How do regular people react? Because once aliens are confirmed, you can't put that knowledge back in the box. Here, aliens are neither saviors nor villains. They're a fact, and humanity has to deal with it one way or another. Now, what's the connecting thread here? So look at what these 3 stories are really doing. Pluribus asks what happens if something non-human solves humanity's biggest problems at the cost of individuality. Bugonia asks what happens when we're so suspicious of power that we start imagining it isn't even human. Disclosure Day asks what happens when the truth exists, but simply knowing it might destabilize everything. Different tones, different genres, same quiet shift, same underlying message. So what are they really saying? And here's the part that's kinda fascinating. None of these stories are actually worried about aliens arriving. They're worried about what happens when humans lose control of the narrative. In Pluribus, we lose control of who we are. In Bugonia, we lose control of what we believe. And in Disclosure Day, we lose control of what's been hidden. It's almost like modern alien stories aren't about the universe at all. They're about trust, authority, and identity in a world where systems feel bigger than individuals. The aliens don't need to invade anymore. They just need to exist. So maybe the question these stories are quietly asking isn't, are aliens real? But if something bigger than us has always been there, were we ever really in charge to begin with? And an even bigger fruit for thought is this. Aliens are the tool, not the actual monster, to show us what quiet abuse of power looks like in the real world. If that thought stuck with you, you're not alone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.